And we're laying there on the floor and looking out towards this hallway, and you can like physically see the hallway start to darken. And you can hear those sounds getting closer and closer and closer to the room. And you could see like this black form. There was no like form to it other than the fact it was kind of like a big shadow. And it kept coming closer to the room where we were in, but it would like come to the doorway where the threshold was, and it wouldn't come through. But you could physically like, you could see the moon and stuff like that out through one of the windows, and you could see that light completely get blanked out. And this black light or this black shadow kept coming closer and closer to us, but it would never like come into the room. And we're just kind of laying up there, and you can see all this going on. And then all of a sudden, the sounds start really getting close. And there's like this physical, you can almost like feel it. There's this push of energy. And this push of energy, like, it felt, and the way we kind of talked about it and described it, it felt as like whatever it was, like bull rushed up to that doorway. And you could like feel like this like push of cold air come into the room. And is with us, that's the reporter, he's like, come on, I want you to scare me. First big mistake. Yeah. Well, Zach is laying there on the floor, and he's laying kind of up in front of me, and I'm over against the wall, and then my audio man's to my right, and then we have the two girls, Teresa and Bree, are to the left, and we're all laying back against the wall, and we feel like this like push towards the door. About that time, in the dark, and it's pitch black in that doorway, mind you, Zach and I both at the same time react to what looks like, it starts out very faint, but it looks like a orange or pinkish light that starts to raise, it starts to like pulse in. And it's right there next to these double doors that are going into the pharmacy, but you can actually physically see like this light start to strengthen. And it actually took the shape of a head.
Oh, wow.
And he and I both saw it at the same time, and there were no features on it. You couldn't see anything, but it looked like somebody peeked around the door and looked at us. And I remember Zach, like, he's not been doing this very often. He's kind of new to this field. He like crab walks over myself and James, our audio man, back against the wall to get close to us. He's telling us about this thing, and he said, if you want to see it, I'll show you how to see it. And he takes me, and he's got several old like bar style mirrors. And one of them is a big Victrola mirror. He puts me in front of this mirror. He grabs me and he takes me and he puts me in front of this mirror and stands me there. He says, just wait here. At the same time, I have two of my members that are back in the same room, kind of working. They're going through and they're checking for cold spots. We've got a Kestrel and stuff like that, checking for cold spots. We're going through and checking EMF and stuff like that. And I'm having them set up some motion detectors. He's got me standing in front of this mirror. And I'm standing there like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm looking to the left-hand side of this mirror. And then all of a sudden, I can see my two guys in the mirror to my back, to my right. And they're both just back there doing their thing. And I'm looking to the left-hand side of this mirror, and I look just slightly to the right, and I can start seeing this little bit of movement on the right-hand side. And I'm like, what is that? I turned my attention to the right-hand side of the mirror, and I swear to you, there's no way that I could have like had any idea about what I was about to see. There was this little creature standing on top of this coat rack, and it's standing right above my audio man James's shoulder up on this coat rack. It must be maybe 18 inches tall. It's solid black. It has green eyes and little white teeth. It looks like a black cat, but it also kind of looks like a monkey. It's kind of like a cross between the two. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
Give me chills.
I turn around to look at this thing, and as soon as it sees me lock eyes with it, it jumps down, and I can see it run, and it runs across the room and underneath one of these Chinette cabinets where it's dark. And I see where it runs to. So I go to see if I can see it because I thought for certain that Travis had a black cat in there. Go down to that dark, and that cat is not there.